My name is Herb Eaton. I was born in Peoria in 1949 and came to Bloomington in 1971, and I was, in 1973, decided to study art. So I was 23, 4 years old before I started. Among the things that I remember from my earliest days at ISU was Dr. Harold Greger's art history class on 19th century, 20th century art and architecture. And I had done a lot of personal study before then, so I was somewhat prepared for it. But I think the most important thing about Harold Greger for me was the assignment he gave us in that class one time, which was to go around and take photographs in Bloomington Normal of different pieces of architecture, different buildings, places that had some reference to 19th and 20th century European art and architecture. It required us to go out, take pictures, know a little bit about our art history, but I think most importantly was that it caused me to identify where I was living and have since continued to live by chance. And I thought that Harold was just a genius art history teacher because it wasn't about memorizing some slides or looking up some book or something like that. It was about experiencing the effects of art movements in the place that I lived. And I'm thankful for that. And it's over and over again has influenced my life. What I did, well, first of all, my reason for going to school was not to study painting. It was to study drawing and sculpture, and that's what I ended up with my MFA. And I think that is based on the fact that my dad was a machine tool designer and built things all the time. And so it made me take mechanical drafting and all those things in high school, which I hated then, but have since used 1,000 times. And so I wanted to do sculpture. I wanted to do three-dimensional things. But if you go to art school and you take art history classes and you're surrounded by most of the students want to do paintings, it is really easy to learn an awful lot about all those things if you desire to experiment with it. And I have been repeatedly criticized and pointed out by people who took the painting classes what I should or shouldn't do. But there is a lot of people never learn any three-dimensional or draftsman skills going through art school. So that's what I did. And that's where I found a lot. Anyhow, I'm going off the deep end there, so shut it down.